Welcome to YouTube channel. Today class for BCom Computer Applications first year. Subject Fundamentals of Information Technology. Unit 5. Topic is data communications. So generally the data is developing from different places. Such data must be exchanging among persons and the person to organizations and organization to organization. So here ultimately data need to be exchanging from one place to other, or a link is need to exchange data between the persons, between the devices, between the organizations. So without a network, without a data communication, such development cannot be complete. Here in this today topic, the contents are data communication, basic networking devices, communication process, data transmission speed, communication types, nothing but modes, data transmission media, modem and its working characteristics, types of networks, that is LAN and other, and topologies, corporate protocols, concepts relating to networking. So here the networking is nothing but a link between the devices. Such links are for the data exchanging, data communication purposes. So here we have to define about the data communication. Exchange of data between two devices via some forms of transmission media, such as wire or wireless, is called data communication. Once again, exchange of data between two devices via some forms of transmissions medium. Such transmissions medium may be wire or wireless, is called data communications. For data communications to occur, the communicating devices must be part of communication system and made of combination of hardware and software. For such data communication purposes, communicating devices are essential. In other words, communication devices are part of the communication system. It is made with a combination of software and hardware. The effectiveness of data communication system depends on four fundamental characteristics. Remember this: data communication effectiveness depends on four fundamental characteristics, that is delivery, accuracy, timeliness and jitter. Delivery, the information should be delivered accurately, it should be delivered timely, it should be delivered, and jitter. Here components of data communication in this: sender, receiver, message, transmission media, protocol. For exchanging of data, minimum two devices are essential. At these two devices, two persons are essential. One person is intention to send a message and other person is intention to receive such messages. So here sender is also important and receiver is also important. So sender and receiver both are exchanging message or exchanging data, that is the medium. So to carry such message, some form is essential. Such form is called medium. that may be cable or some waves form. And to exchange or sending a message, some of the rules are included. Such rules are called protocols. Some of the protocols for sender side, some of the protocols are receiver sides are existed. Such protocols must be defined as a part of the data communication. So in the data communication system, the these are the 5 points are most important. One is sender and receiver, message and transmission media, and protocols. These are the 5 components plays a key role to sending a message or exchanging data between the devices. So these are the components of data communication. Then come to these 5 components of data communication are defined as follows. One is message. It is the information to be communicated. Popular forms of information include text, picture, audio, video, etc. So here the message means the information which is to be sent to the destination from the source, or the receiver needs to send a information. Such information will be treated as a message. The message may have text, the message may have pictures, the message may have audio, the message may have video, or combination of these. Then sender. It is the device which sends the data message. It can be a computer, workstation, telephone handset, or mobile. Here the sender means a person, device with the person who sends the message. The device may be a computer, the device may be a workstation, the device may be a mobile, or the device may be a handset, will be treated as a sender. Then the same information to be taken at the receiver. So receiver also needs a device that may be a computer, workstation, telephone handle, etc. Sender is also needs a device, whereas receiver also needs a device. Then transmission media. It is the physical path by which a message travels from sender to receiver. Some examples includes twisted pair wire, coaxial cable wire, fiber optic, radio waves. Sometimes the communication established by with help of the wire. Such wires may be a twisted pair wire, coaxial cable wire, fiber optic wire. Sometimes with help of the waves, the data can be transmitted. Such waves will be called as radio waves, or the part of the transmission media. Protocol. It is a set of rules that governs the data communications. It represents an agreement between the communicating devices. Without a protocol, two devices may be connected but not communicating. Here the thing, protocol nothing but set of rules. Rules, the purpose is to govern the data communication. It represents an agreement between the communicating devices. Without the protocols, two devices may be connected but not communicating. So that means we understood clearly that without communicating devices, without rules, the data cannot be transmitted, but the devices may be the devices may be the devices may be the devices may be connects, but data cannot be communicated. Data flow like this. It is the transmission mode. In this way, direction of data simplex, half duplex, full duplex. If in simplex mode, data can be transmitted from mainframe to monitor. In half duplex, that is workstation to workstation. In full duplex, in two-way, that is workstation to workstation. So at the same time, here one side data transmission is the simplex. One way is going and other way is coming is the half duplex. Full duplex means the same line will be allowed to transmit, information will be exchanged between two devices, that is the full duplex. This is the mechanism data flow. Such type of data flow can be using in data transmission. Data flow can occur in three ways, that is simplex, half duplex and full duplex. We'll see about the simplex. In simplex mode, the communication is unidirectional only. One of the devices or a link can transmit, the other can only receive. For example, keyboards, monitors is the example. Keyboards send you to an information, whereas monitors allow to show the information, so in the form of output only. The monitors will not take as input, whereas keyboard not allowed to produce output. Then half duplex. In this mode, each station can both transmit and receive, but not at the same time. When one device is sending, the other can only receive, and vice versa. Walkie-talkers, CB, citizens, and etc. In this, one time allowed to send and other time allowed to receive. In this mechanism, that is half duplex. Whereas in mobile phone and telephone system, it works as a full duplex. In both stations can transmit and receive simultaneously. One common example of full duplex is the telephone network. When two people communicating by a telephone line, both can talk and listen at the same time. The full duplex mode is used when communication in both directions is required all the time. These are the three ways of using in data transmission purpose from different devices. In other words, data exchanging between the devices, different type of ways are using for data transmission or data communication purpose. Here the signals, there are two types of signals are used to transfer data. One is analog signals and other one is digital signals. Here what about analog signals means? An analog signal analog signal or continuous and passes through or includes an infinite number of continuous values along its path. The curve representing the analog signal passes through an infinite number of points. The below diagram says about the analog signals. It can be transmitted over a telephone lines or radio waves. Generally, the computers accepts digital data only, but when you are sending an data through internet mechanism, it includes telephone lines and computer. But before the entering into the telephone system, such digital signals must be converted into analog signals, whereas data received from telephone system, such analog signals must be transferred into digital mechanism. So that purpose the modems are using for digital to analog, analog to digital. Here simply we know that The modem is a device which converts analog signals data into digital form and digital signals data into analog signals. Such devices are using for that purpose modems. Modems are part of the communicating devices. Then the above figure represents for the analog signals, whereas digital signals is as follows. Here the figure describing about digital signals, and this a curve is there. The curve says that analog signals, whereas some line symbols are representing digital. A digital signal can have only a limited number of defined values. Such limited number of defined values are 1 and 0 only, either zeros or 1, or combination of both will be treated as digital signals or digital data. A digital signal can have only limited number of digital values, although each value can be any number. It is simple as 1 or 0, and data may contains ones, either ones or zeros or both. Then transmission media. Here the means through which data is transformed from one place to another is called transmission or communication media. There are two categories of transmission media used in computer communications. Number one is electromagnetic radiation, and other one is it requires medium for transmission and does other kinds of mechanical waves and heat energy. Generally, in the electronic magnetic radiation mechanism, such electromagnetic mechanism transmitted through an optical media such as optical fiber or through twisted pair wires or coaxial cable or dielectric slab wave guides. It may also pass through any physical material that is transparent to the specific wavelength, such as water, air, glass, or concrete. Sound is by definition the vibration of matter, so it requires a physical medium for transmission, as does other kinds of mechanical waves and heat energy. The two mechanism, one is electromagnetic radiation and other one is mechanical waves or heating energy. In any one of two ways, the data can be transmitted according to the transmission media the devices are using for data transmission. Then types of transmission media, that is guided media, unguided media. Whereas signals two types, analog signals, digital signals, and the media, transmission media is also two types, that is guided media, unguided media. Before that, the data transmission in two ways, that is by using mechanism electromagnetic and other one is mechanical waves. See, observe this guided media means guided media are the physical links through which signals are conformed to narrow path. These are also called guide media. Bounded media are made up of a external conductor, usually copper, bounded by jacket material. Bounded media are great for labs because they offer high speed, good security, and low cost. However, sometimes they cannot be used distance communication. Three common types of bounded media are used of the data transmission. In the generally the data transmission medium, two types, one is guided and other was unguided. Discussing about the guided media, it is nothing but a physical links. It's through which signals are conformed confined to narrow path. These are also called guided media or bounded media. It means external conductor uh, jacket material is required for this. It is great for labs because they offer high speed, great security and low cost. These are the three types are there, such guided media: coaxial cable, twisted pair, fiber optic cable. Here coaxial cable very common and widely used communication media. For example, TV wire is usually coaxial. Coaxial cable gets its name because it contains two conductors that are parallel to each other. The center conductor in the cable is usually copper. The copper can be either a solid wire or standard material. Outside this central conductor is a non-conductive material. It is usually white plastic material used to separate the inner conductor from the outer conductor. The other conductor is a fine mesh made from copper. It's a very simple. The twisted pair cable is the best example for connecting a cable to the TV. For this, a copper wire is at the center part. The copper wire is coated with the plastic, and the plastic wire is coated with some mesh wire. Here two wires are is there. Two wires are there. One wire is uh, the center wire will be standard material, and the other conductor is fine mesh made. These two conductors are using in coaxial cable for data transmission purpose. The best example, the cable connecting TV with the coaxial cable wire only. With help of that one only, different channels are telecasting through TV. Then fiber optic cable, it is the best example for using in telephone lines. Fiber optic cable uses electrical signals to transmit data. It uses light. Here the fiber optic cable is using light. In fiber optic cable, light only moves one direction. For two-way communication to take place, a second connection must be made between the two devices. It is actually two strands of cable. Each strand is responsible for one direction of communication. A laser at one device sends pulse light of through this device. Sends these pulses translated into ones and zeros at the other end. The light transmits or sends the signals in the form of uh, ones and zeros, whereas such recorded through pulses, light pulses transmitting through fiber optic cable. In the center of fiber cable is a glass stand or core. The light from the laser moves through this glass to the other device. Around the internal core is a reflective material known as cladding. No light escapes the glass one because of this reflective cladding. Once again, what is fiber optic? It is a cable. It is the data transmission media. Number one, it uses electrical signals as a form of light. Such light can be transmitted through cable of in it in the form of pulses. Such pulses recording data as ones and zeros form. In the center fiber cable, a glass or core, the light from the laser moves through this glass to the other device around the internal core is reflective material known as cladding. No light escapes the glass core because of this reflected cladding. Then twisted pair cable, it is another uh, guided media only. The most popular network cabling is twisted pair. It is the lightweight, easy to install, inexpensive, and support many different types of networks. It also supports the speed of 100 Mbps. Twisted pair cabling is made up of pairs of solid standard solid or standard copper twisted along along each other. The twists are done to reduce the vulnerability to EMI and crosstalk. The number of pairs in the cable depends on the type. The copper core is usually 22 AWG or 24 AWG as measured on the American wire gauge AWG American wire gauge standard. There are two types of twisted pair cabling: unshielded twisted pair UTP, shielded twisted pair STP. Unshielded twisted pairs are UTP is more common. It can be either voice grade or data grade depending on the condition. UTP means unshielded twisted pair. It is more common using cable. It can be either voice grade or data grade depending on the condition. UTP cable normally has an impedance of 100 ohm. UTP costs less than STP and easily available due to its many use. There are 5 levels of data cabling. So that means the twisted pair consists 5 levels of cabling. It is more common in using voice grade purpose, data grade depending on the condition. Then this is about UTP. Then come to shielded twisted pair. It is similar to UTP but has a mesh shielding that protects from EMI, which allows for higher transmission rate. Comparatively, UTP, STP have higher rate data transmission. Then what about unguided media? Unguided media, or it is also known as, that is wire media, that is wireless media, doesn't use any physical connection between two devices communicating. Usually the transmission is end through the atmosphere, but sometimes it can just across the rule. Wireless media is used when a physical obstruction or distance blocks are used with normal cable media. The three types of wireless media are radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves. Simply unguided media means no need of physical link establishment between devices. Instead, such devices are connecting by using waves with help of the atmosphere. So for this purpose, different types of waves are using, especially the three types of waves are using, that is radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves. These three types of waves are using in unguided media for accepting sending such waves. Different type of device are using for this unguided media. So in long distance networks especially, these such type of unguided media is using. In most of the mobile devices, working based on unguided media mechanism only. With help of the waves only, the mobile phones are connecting, mobile phones connection is establishing, and the explanation, data communication is exchanging. That such data may be a text, audio, video, etc. Then devices used in networking. Many devices are using the following four devices are mostly using in data communication purpose, that is modem, hub, switch, router. Here the modem means nothing but modulator or demodulator. So generally with help of the computer's device, the data is exchanging, but the computers are using digital data, whereas such computers are connecting through telephone devices. But telephone devices or telephone media accepting data in the form of analog signals. So for this purpose, the analog data or analog signals must be converted into digital form by using modem. In the similar way, such digital data must be converted into analog mechanism. So that is called modulation and demodulation. Analog to digital conversion is the modulation, whereas digital to analog conversion means demodulation. For modulation demodulation purpose, the modems are using for the networking. A modem is a device that modulates an analog carrier signal to encode digital information, and also demodulates such a carrier signal into decode the transmitted information. The goal is to produce a signal that can be transmitted easily and decoded to reproduce the original digital data. Modems can used over any means of transmitting analog signals, from light emitting diodes to radio. There are two types of modems: internal modem and external modem. If the computer or mobile phone built in its internal part will be treated as an internal mode. If the mobile phone or computer doesn't have an internal mode, we have to use external modem that should be connected to the telephone line, and it is connected to the computer. These two types of modems are using for modulation demodulation purpose. Then hub, a common connection point for a device in a network. A hub continues, so that means a hub contains multiple ports. When a packet arrives at one port, it is copied to the other ports, so that all segments of the LAN can see all packets. So that means if a network is connected to a particular hub, with help of hub, nothing but it contains multiple ports. A hub is a pointing device. It consists multiple ports. Such multiple ports are allowed to connect more number of devices. With help of this multiple ports, more number of computers are connected and permitted to exchange data among the devices which are connected with that port. So especially it is using for a LAN purpose, local area network purpose, the hub is using. Then switch. A network switch is a small hardware device that joins multiple computers together within one local area network. Network switches appear nearly identical to network hubs, but a switch generally contains generally contains but switch generally contains more intelligent than a hub. Unlike hubs, network switches are capable of inspecting data packets as they are received, determining the source and destination device of each packet and forwarding them appropriately. By delivering messages only to the connected device intended, a network switch conserves network bandwidth and offers generally better performance than a hub. Generally, hub switch both are devices which having multiple ports to connect more number of computers to exchange information among the devices for a LAN, local area network. But compare with the hub, it contains more performance than hub, because unlike hubs, network switches are capable of inspecting data packets as they are received, determining the source and destination device of each packet, and forwarding them appropriately by delivering messages only. So here the very simple thing, the hub contains just ports, whereas it has some capability to accept what are the packets are moving, where it is to be moved. So it has the more capability than hub. So that means switches are more effective compared with the hubs. Then router is also a device, connecting device, that forwards data packets between computer networks. So whereas switch, hub, both are having multiple ports to connect various computer device, but the router is a device, it it is designed forwards data packets between computer networks, not for the computer device. Instead of computer devices, it forwards data packets between computer networks, creating an overlay internetwork. A router is connected to two or more data lines from different networks. When a data packet comes in one of the lines, the router reads the address information in the packet to determine its ultimate destination. Then, using information in its routing table, it directs the packets to the next network on its journey. Routers performs the traffic directing functions on the internet. A data packet is typically forwarded from one router to another through the networks that constitutes the internal internetwork until it gets to the destination node. So routers are sending repeatedly until the packet reach to the destination node. The routers are more powerful than switches and hubs for establishment and working various data communication purpose. Switches are using, hubs are using, routers are also using. Here it is, the router is an example like this. This is the wireless router. It is connected to various other wireless devices. The router is capturing data from various sources like this. This is the wireless router. It is wireline router. Both type of routers are using for data transmission purpose. So today class discussed about the what is data communication, what is the network, what is the modem, what are the devices are using for networking or for data communication purpose. Here it is specially explained about the what is data communication, how it works. So what are the important components in data communication? What type of signals are using for data communication, such as analog and digital mechanism? What are the media is using, guided, unguided, guided? What are the cables are using? That is in guided media, three types of cables are using, that is coaxial cable, twisted pair, fiber optic. Whereas unguided media, different types of waves are using, radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves. And for data transmission, the digital to analog, analog to digital, the device is using modem device. In addition to this, the connecting more computers in the network, various other devices are using, that is switches, hubs, routers. This is about the data communication. Thank you for listening my class through YouTube channel. Thank you everybody. This is the today class.